Thank you, Speaker. Leader, I'm sure you'll be happy to see that I'm returning back to questions about vaccines and quarantines. You've missed them, I'm sure. So I want to return to the recent questions posed to you about Canadians entering the United States without quarantine once the border restrictions are lifted. On June 4th, Leader, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration stated, and I quote, "Individuals who have received one dose of the Pfizer, BioNTech, or Moderna COVID-19 vaccine should receive a second dose of the same vaccine to complete the vaccination series," end quote. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control has issued a similar statement, as I mentioned previously. Leader, last week you said you would make inquiries, and I think I asked that we have an answer this week. I'd like to know what you found out, Leader. There are people all across Canada who will want to know the answer to this question. Will the United States allow Canadians who are vaccinated with two different mRNA vaccines into their country without quarantine, yes or no?
Senator, I have made inquiries, but I do not have the answer back. I understand the preoccupation and indeed the concern of Canadians. According to the Canadian health advice that the government is getting, the use of the two different vaccines, Pfizer and Moderna, to cite the two, is in fact a safe and an efficient way to maximize our protection. And so I encourage Canadians to take that option if it is offered to them. The Government of Canada is in constant contact with its counterparts in the United States on these issues, border issues more generally as well, and I will continue their discussions, and as soon as I have an answer, I'll report back.
Senator Plett, supplementary question.
Well, I'm happy, Leader, that you think it is acceptable to have these two different doses, and you think it's a perfectly safe way. Unfortunately, the United States of America doesn't seem to agree with you, and that's the important issue here. Leader, both Senator Marty Deakin and I have raised with you whether Canadians who received AstraZeneca will be permitted to enter the United States without quarantine. 10 days ago, the Prime Minister acknowledged that this issue was not resolved. Leader, would the Prime Minister have time to come out of his cottage and answer this question, Leader, for Canadians who received the AstraZeneca? Do you have an answer, or would the Prime Minister provide us with one?
Senator Gold.
Senator, I don't have an answer to that question. And again, these are matters that the government is pursuing with its counterparts in the United States, and when that has been resolved between our two sovereign governments, the answer will be shared with Canadians.